Welcome to Two Open Doors, the podcast that explores our power to open or close the doors of relationship with the important people in our lives. We hope you'll learn from and share your wisdom with our community. Thanks for joining us. Body image is a term that describes how we see our own body and how we feel about it. Since the body is the part of us that others see directly, our body image has a direct bearing on attracting other people into wanting to establish a relationship with us. Conversely, our body image can present a deterrent to being approached by others. In this post, we'll explore the concept of body image, including how that image is formed, how it plays into our overall self-image, and how body image affects our relationships. So how do we form a body image? Our image of how we see ourselves has deep and far-reaching roots. Body image is a matter of self-perception. As such, it's not necessarily a rational, objective thing. Rather, it is the culmination of a process that starts in early youth and which reflects family dynamics and many cultural factors. Research into body image has produced a tripartite model of formative influences, with factors parents, peers, and media. Each of these influencing factors deserves a deeper look. Let's start by taking a look at the parental and familial influences that shape our body image. The way our parents treat and view their children affects those children's body image. Research shows a link between attachment style, recall our past posts on attachment theory, and body image. In particular, attachment anxiety favors developing body dissatisfaction due to a high need of approval and a negative view of self. Parents and siblings can affect a person's evolving body image, such as through comments or teasing regarding eating habits or body shape and size. Based on what they say to their children, parents can either promote a child's acceptance and comfort with their body, or they can promote discomfort and rejection in a child's body image. As for how peers influence us in body image, as anyone who has raised children through the teen years knows, peers can have a tremendous influence on a child. That influence certainly includes self-image, which in turn includes body image. What peers say to a child and how they treat that child are very impactful. Jokes and comments about being a porker or a chowhound can become internalized with high psychological impact. In youth, kids learn to present themselves and negotiate with one another for social position and acceptance. Body image is certainly an element in that process. We can all recall the angst and urgency of presenting the right appearance, one that will let us fit in and show that we're in tune with social norms and preferences. So now let's turn to the fashion and media influences on body image. Both the fashion industry and the media have a vested interest in setting trends for body image. That interest is rooted in the power to influence what people buy, for clothing, cosmetics, and personal care items, for food and drink, for entertainment, recreation and vacations, and for other things. It's no wonder that fashions continually change. That's a form of planned obsolescence that requires ongoing expenditures to stay in fashion. The media, of course, provide marketing and advertising channels for all of these goods. To understand how fashion and media shape body image trends, just follow the money. Let's think a little bit about body image ideals, in quotes. In focusing on personal body image, people often find themselves comparing their body against socially dictated ideals. Often those ideals are set by the fashion industry, usually to sell something such as a hot new look that will make the wearer more popular and more accepted than ever. Using modern technology such as photo editing, the images that are put forward as desirable may in fact be practically unattainable, such as unattainably thin and lanky body shape. Such hyperbolic fashion ideals can have a truly dark side in that they induce people to pursue extreme body modifications that can be very unhealthy, or which can be motivated by rejection and even hatred of their current body form. Eating disorders are an example of the sorts of severe issues that can be associated with body image concerns. Body image ideals cover body shape, weight, and height. The ideals have varied down the centuries, such as the preference for the Rubenesque female figures of the 1600s, through the willowy, twiggy figure of the 60s, and into the fit and athletic figures of today. On the fringes of the body image preferences of a given time lie obesity on one end and thinness or gauntness on the other. To complicate the definitions of ideal, normal, obese, and thin in a given period, it's important to remember that not only does the yardstick change, but also that individual perception plays a role in establishing a person's body image. It has been observed that we are our own harshest critics of our appearance. We might well be acutely self-conscious about an extra post-Thanksgiving pound or two that no one else around us even notices. That suggests that there's merit in listening to the perceptions of our appearance that are provided by our trusted friends and family, and that we try to avoid succumbing to excessive self-doubt and self-criticism. Many of the preceding observations will ring true to female-identified readers. However, those who identify as male are far from immune to such body image dissatisfaction. For example, in today's society, real males are positioned as very muscular and as unabashedly aggressive. Many pejorative terms have been created to describe those who are less physically powerful or more gentle and amicable. Not everyone is hard body, nor should they feel socially pressured to be. One's race can also affect body image. In our society, the light skin color that's favored in Northern European countries is at least implicitly, and often explicitly, positioned as conferring cultural superiority. Thus, many individuals with a darker complexion find themselves suffering social discrimination and rejection. This can drive some individuals to try to fit better with these social preferences, such as by using skin lighteners or undergoing surgery to modify facial or other body features. Race-related barriers to social acceptance can certainly complicate or impede an individual's establishment of deep relationships with others who may not share the same physical traits. Let's consider now body image and self-image. The ways in which we perceive our body can reflect either body positivity or body negativity. As these terms imply, how we view our body can affect how we feel about ourselves overall, whether we feel accepted, capable, desirable, and welcome, or rejected, incapable, undesirable, and unwelcome. Having weak or negative self-image undermines our confidence in approaching others and in feeling worthy of being in relationship with them. Conversely, a strong self-image makes it much easier for us to invite others to come to know and connect with us. Body image can also affect how we see ourselves sexually. In our culture, girls and women are often sexualized or made into objects of sexual allure, such as in the way females are often portrayed in advertisements and in other media content. That sort of positioning weakens self-image, since it fails to portray and value the full breadth of a person's attributes. Putting excessive emphasis on a person's sexual appearance can cause a person to feel unseen and unappreciated. That can lead to feelings of self-consciousness, shame, inadequacy, dissatisfaction, insecurity, and low self-esteem. Such feelings, in turn, make it difficult for one to initiate and deepen meaningful relationships with others. Our self-image affects how we present ourselves to others. As we've described above, our body image is an important component of our overall self-image. How we see ourselves affects our degree of confidence in ourselves, and others around us are attuned to our shows of confidence. Body image plays into our feelings of contentment or discontent with our appearance, and again, those around us can discern how happy or unhappy we seem to be with ourselves. Body image also shapes our feelings of worthiness or unworthiness to be loved and accepted by others. It's hard to want to be in a relationship with someone who doesn't seem to value and enjoy who they are. How we present ourselves to others also affects our relationships. As members of a very social species, we humans are keenly attuned to those around us. Through the theory of mind capabilities that we develop while growing up, such as a sense of empathy, we constantly seek to discern and understand what's happening in the minds and emotions of onlookers. that discernment and understanding extend to figuring out how we believe others are seeing and receiving us. The inferences that we make about others are an important ingredient in how we try to interact with others. We're unlikely to try to approach those from whom we feel little acceptance and resonance, just as we're drawn to connect with those we feel appreciate and welcome us. We're attracted by kindred spirits. Those are the people we want to invite into our lives. Our body image strongly affects who we're likely to attract, how we're likely to present ourselves to those people, and the degree to which we feel able to welcome those people to connect with us. Because of this, it's important for us to try to discern how we feel about our body, and how those feelings affect how we present ourselves to others. Especially if we've perhaps unwittingly bought into a warped body image, we should entertain how to become more comfortable with who we truly are physically, so that we don't undermine our ability to reach out to others for relationship. To learn more about Two Open Doors and to engage with our community, I'd like to invite you to visit the Two Open Doors website at twopendoors.com and the Two Open Doors private Facebook group. Finally, I invite you to contact me directly by writing to me at Claude, C-L-A-U-D-E, at twoopendoors.com. I'd love to hear from you, and I'll use your inputs to guide my work on future blog posts and podcast episodes. Thanks for visiting Two Open Doors.